Hello, everybody. Welcome back. So, welcome back to the COVID-19 episode here. Got an update for you. I'll get into the numbers, statistics. Um, Let me see. My mom recently called and she's worried about me because I live in Texas and there's a spike in confirmed cases, but she's calling from California. I should be calling her more. I should be more concerned for her because California has a huge spike in cases. Anyways, I do believe all of this is related to the protesting, rioting that's going on. Matter of fact, I'll show you some evidence which I think, or some data that kind of indicates that protests are causing the spread of this infection. And I've been saying that for a while. For the last 2 weeks, I'm still going to say it because I do believe that is the case. Not all, but in most cases, I do believe that is the spike in cases. And some of it may just be, could be just younger people who don't take this as serious and are not social distancing. So let's just go through the numbers here real quick. 3.2 million. The biggest number here is 61,000 new cases today, but the total deaths is 134,000, but 685 deaths. Now, it has been increasing, but considering that there's 60,000 confirmed cases, over 60,000 confirmed cases, and the deaths are still relatively low compared to back in April and March, where you were getting like, up to 30,000 confirmed cases with 2 to 3,000 confirmed death. So quite a bit of difference in that regard. You can see this is just a linear, and if you look at the linear, it's starting to peak up and push up more. And if you look at this graph, you'll see that it is spiking. It is spiking. And you would think the death would be like 5 or 6,000 people dying. Well, here's the thing: the people who are the most susceptible to dying have already died. Okay, so you're not gonna. The people don't die twice. So the age demographics that I see, at least where I'm from in the state of Texas, and even in my county, kind of indicate younger people, mainly 20 to 39 years of age, seem to be there. That's where you're getting the increase in confirmed cases. So, and I'll show you that. And even the racial demographics has changed, at least in Texas. I don't know where in other places they may be different, but I'm just going to go over the data real quick because I think the data shows more insight than anything else. So the hotspots up in the north up here, north to mid north, Florida in the south, Texas has really gotten it bad. Arizona is a peculiar case. I can't quite figure that out. California is getting it really bad. Even Portland, Oregon, and Washington is starting to spread through there, and then parts of Colorado. So it's starting to spread, and I do have suspicions on why that is, and I'll get to that at the end of the video. And as you see here, California 7,000, Florida 10,000, Texas 9,000, Illinois 1,000, Arizona 3,000, Georgia 3,000, and here's where Georgia's gone through a lot of protest, civil unrest. Matter of fact, the mayor of Atlanta, Mayor Bottoms, she was confirmed COVID-19. She was confirmed positive, and she stated that it felt like just a really bad allergy. So in some cases, she had a mild case, and it was spread to her husband and one of her child, I believe. So it just goes to show that if you're in a social gathering, like in a protest, like the mayor of Atlanta was involved in protests, you can still get infected. So social distancing is still important. And I do believe protest is the main driver of this particular spike in cases. Let's see, North Carolina, Louisiana, Ohio, Tennessee, South Carolina 2,000. I mean, if you look at these numbers, Alabama's always been in kind of up increase, but it could be protest as well. Protest. Arkansas, a little bit in Nevada, almost 1,000, 930. So if you look at that, so recent, I mean, we're getting like the past 3 days has been over 60,000 confirmed cases. Most recent, July 7th, over 1,000 deaths, but again, not as much as you would expect considering you had 30,000 cases and over 3,000 people dying, mostly in New York. So my suspicion is, and this is where I'm going to come to here to the case demographics. This is just Texas, but the largest group increase are ages 20 to 29 and 30 to 39. That's been the largest increase that I've noticed since the recent spike in cases. Younger people are getting sick, and then the ethnicity has changed dramatically. It used to be, I'm not sure, but I believe it looked like whites were getting more infected, but Hispanics are now taking up more of this pie right here, as you see. And so, and it could be work related. So there could be the reopening, people going back to work, and when they're working, they're socially interacting. And so I think that may be the case. It could be cultural, not sure why, but blacks have remained the same. Whites have somewhat decreased. Unknown has stayed the same, but Hispanics definitely, definitely more larger of the demographics here on race and ethnicity of confirmed cases here. And if I go to the death, some of this still hasn't changed. Looks like whites in Texas anyway, whites still remain the most who have deceased, and 80 and over are the highest count. You see 20, 29, 30, 39, not so bad. So I guess the younger you are, the better chance you will not die. Males still are dying more than females, so that's that. Another thing I'm going to look at is my county and the age group. I think there seems to be a change. I think again 18 to 29 and 30 to 39, that has increased, and also the death. Blacks have increased, black not Hispanic increased, uh, Asian and Hispanic has increased, and then the whites have kind of remained the same since then. I have I live in this zip code 77459, and it has gone up. It's at 5,000. Has the most confirmed cases of Fort Bend County. All right, so let me go up to here. So this is the last 7 days. All right, or this is trending right here. Trending last 7 days, and I'm gonna try to go to Fort Bend County. Okay, Fort Bend County. This is this was the peak of May, April. This is current, the last 7 days. It has spiked tremendously here. So if you look at the red spots, that's where you're seeing a spike in doctor visits that have COVID-like symptoms. And so if you look at the West Coast, look at Portland or look at Oregon, they've started to increase. There has a lot of protests going on over there, a lot of protests. And then also Washington, some a little bit, but look at California, Nevada, Arizona, huge increases in doctor visits with COVID-like symptoms. And so let me just quickly move on to here. Death, again, September on up, it's starting to increase. So my conclusion is, I think some of what we're being told is not told the whole truth. I think there is some deception going on, and we may be headed for a larger second wave. Anyways, like, share, subscribe. Bye.